Hello everybody, just wanted to welcome you back to another episode of Denoy versus the tree. We are currently heading back here into this little area here behind the tree. This is a helicopter flying ahead there, overhead. Anyhow, it is hot, blazingly hot out here today and this afternoon, and I am out here. Oh my gosh, look at that lizard. Do you see that iguana? Holy schmoly, look at him. He's probably with a lot of money in a, I don't know if you can see him, he's right here. He looks like the type of stuff they sell in a pet store for a lot of money. But I don't want to, he lives in this tree area. I have to figure out how to move him because he's one of the inhabitants of this tree, which I'm getting ready to try to remove, which is not good. I don't know if you can see Mr. Lizard here, but he obviously moves very slow. He's my wife would freak out over this. She's crazy scared of lizards. But I'm going to be cutting this area, and now I have to be careful because I don't want to hurt him. And I don't want to catch him. If I do catch him, I want to release him. But I don't know where I would release him because he lives here. He might even eat the tree. What am I going to do here? I may hold off on this section for a little bit, but he's right there. And there's snakes here. We saw a snake here on the tree the other day. Look at that lizard. I didn't even know that they crawl around like that on these kind of trees. But evidently he does, and he's up here right now crawling. He's so camouflaged. The only thing I had noticed was when he started to move while I was stepping up through here. But there are snakes back here, by the way. There was a snake, one of those racer snakes, I think, crawled up on the tree the other day. I didn't manage to catch that thing, but it literally was crawling up the tree and around and then went through. So he's probably somewhere out here. And there can also be what they call moccasins out here. But I'm gonna try to go to the other side and give you guys a better view of this lizard here. This is our friend the lizard here, moving very slowly. He's moving very slowly. Oh, got scared of me. He's on the other side trying to hide from me. What to do? If I catch him, I gotta put him somewhere safe. I cannot have him out here with me cutting. And there's something else moving over there too. I don't know if you can see the leaf there moving. I don't know if that's the wind or an animal. But all sorts of animals live here. Snakes and other stuff. I've heard noises and stuff that they make on here. And the squirrel came out to look at me while I was cutting the tree to give me this dirty look, saying I'm destroying its house. Okay, the lizard is up here crawling up. But yeah, I pretty much destroyed his house. And I'm gonna have to clear it. Hopefully he'll be smart enough to move out of the way. I don't want to like catch him, because if I catch him, it's already unnatural, and he may not survive, you know. Could catch him and take him to the pet store, but then they're just gonna sell him to somebody. And I think he belongs in the wilds. So he's moving really, he's moving so pathetically slow. I don't know if you can see him right there. He's right over there crawling away. Versus the snake yesterday. The snake was like, they say that those racers can go 12 miles an hour. Yeah, 12 miles per hour is how fast they move. But you can see our friend Mr. Iguana there is climbing up that little tree right now. He's trying to get away from me as I destroy this tree. I need to figure out where he goes, and I need to try not to squish him or have things fall and squish him. To try to catch him and put him somewhere safe and then put him back afterwards, but I don't know. I don't think I have the ability to hold this lizard and keep him safe without him getting hurt. Maybe better just to have him stay out here and find his own little safety area while I cut. Just try to move slowly and try not to squish him. It is very dangerous for him. even more so than me because he's a lot smaller. But anyhow, as you can see, I'm here trying to deal with this part right here, which is the big part that a lot of viewers didn't see or don't see or don't notice. The tree isn't just one trunk. It's like 8 of them or more intertwined and mixed, and they cross over and crisscross. So you can't just cut straight through. You cut and you can't even just separate it. They're all like melded together. Here where I cut off some chunks, you can still see there are other chunks. And then even down here where they had cut before I did, down below. And then there's another chunk down there. So I'm going to try to clear this whole area out, but I do need to clear this undergrowth because snakes and all sorts of stuff are under here. And we saw a snake slither up here very fast yesterday. Went right up and disappeared. So the snake probably lives in there. Butterflies are going to lose their home. See the little butterfly there. Mr. Iguana there, he's moving so slow I can still spot him right there. He's going up that branch right there. I don't know if you can see it right there. He's right there where my finger's pointing. But lots of animals out here that are going to lose their home. I might try to leave that little bush he's on intact. I wonder how many other animals out here I'm destroying their home for. Makes me sad. Anyhow, I did talk to one of the neighbors today, the one on the other side. This one right here, who I cut a big, huge segment of the trunk, not trunk, branch. And it went all the way over to this side, this yard right here. This is the other neighbor. I don't know if you can see it. The parts of the tree is cut and fell down there. So I talked to him about hopping the fence and going over there to remove the tree from there. So I need to go over there and cut it into pieces, throw it back into Walter's yard and haul it off. I know some of you are saying that I don't have to do that because of the law in Florida, which is true. You know, I had looked all this up. Basically, if the tree fell while it was still alive as an act of nature, it's considered an act of God or an act of nature. You're not, in Florida that is. Florida law says I'm not responsible for the part that extends into the neighbor's yard. So if I really wanted to be a jerk, I could just cut it at the fence line and let it fall. They have to deal with it, you know. But the reason I deal with it is because I don't want to be a jerk. And also, I think ethically it's the correct thing to do. It's not their tree. Your tree fell in their yard. If you can remove it, you really should remove it and not say, well, tough shit, you know, this is the law. And I mean, some people would do that. Me personally, I don't think I'd do that, as I don't think Walter would either. You know, he's a peaceful man who doesn't want to stir up stuff with his neighbors. And I'm here as a guest of Walter's, so I'm gonna hop over there and try to cut it and remove it and get it out of their yard. Try not to disturb anything else. They've given me the go-ahead to go over there. So once I hop the fence and get that removed, you know, that portion of it's done, then I just need to deal with this part. And of course we have that amazing lizard there that I have to try not to kill in the process. I know a lot of you are going to say catch it and put it out of the way until you're done. I don't know how long this is going to take. Or catch it and put him somewhere else. This is his home, this area here. So I'm trying to do the least amount of disruption for the animals. You know, the squirrels and all the stuff that live here, even the snakes. Although my wife would want me to get rid of the snakes. But really, unless they are known to be poisonous, you know, I will leave them alone. And even poisonous snakes, if it wasn't like a housing area, if it was out in the woods, I'd leave them alone. But here in the yard and stuff with animals and dogs and kids, I would kill a poisonous snake. But non-poisonous snakes such as a racer or I don't get what they call those other things. Those other black snakes that aren't racers, I would not kill. There's more of the little lizards there bouncing up and down there. There were millions of lizards. Remember when we did the episode about this lizard city? Well, that must have been the queen lizard or the king lizard. It was huge. Anyhow, we're going to go ahead and proceed here very soon. I think I'm going to try to hit this area and clear it out a little bit more. And I don't know what's moving that big branch up there. I can see a big branch moving. Could be a snake climbing the tree there. But yeah, you see all sorts of weird stuff out here, you know, with the tree. If you sit here and watch it all day, you see lizards eating lizards. You see that really beautiful, yeah, it's that lizard up there. He's moving so slow. I go away and I still come back and I can see him. I don't know if you can see where my finger's pointing. Let's see, he's right over there, that spot. Let me try to zoom in here. I don't know if you can see him here. He's right over here. That's where he is. See him move just a little bit there? So he's still climbing through the tree. But he moves so slow and he looks so clumsy. I don't see how he ever manages to stay up in a tree. What to do, what to do, what to do. I'm thinking if I continue to cut the branches and they start to die, go brown, he will leave the parts that are brown, because I'm sure he knows when parts of the tree are dead. And then he will move over to the parts that are still alive, which would be like that part that I'm not cutting, because that's actually another growth. And that'll be the plan, is just try not to disturb him. I have to get rid of this because he was obviously hanging out here on this part that I'm going to be removing. You see one of the little baby lizards running around, but that was the king lizard. I will call that the king of Lizard City. Well, until next time, everybody, I hope you're all having a great day. I hope you enjoyed spotting that lizard just like I did. But we are going to clear this out and proceed to continue working on the tree piece by piece by piece. This is one of the lizards coming out to check his home before it goes away. He's getting one last look before the city disappears.